You guys giving the CARES Act a pass or a fail? Let me know, and I'll tell you what I think right after the intro. Hey guys, how you doing? I am Brian, the real bearded businessman. Thank you for hanging out with me here today on another good video here. And what I wanted to discuss is the CARES Act and whether we think that it passed or failed. And I wanted to put this video together before, but I just felt it was still a little bit too premature. You need to have some time in between, all these, bills coming out, then you get the check, then people start figuring out what they're going to do with the check, then it has to hit the economy. So what I wanted to do was kind of delay my response here and delay this video for a little bit, just to be a little bit more, I don't want to say accurate, but really get a better feel on how specifically I would grade this thing here. Start off, what is a stimulus and why is it even a thing, right? So the first piece to this is a lot of us have been reading, watching YouTube videos, just trying our best to do some research, figure out how much money we were gonna get, how much money we weren't gonna get, things like that. And I've been seeing everywhere it's being labeled as a stimulus check or stimulus package or stimulus bill. And I don't see a whole lot of explanation as to what that really means and why it's important to you and I. So let me start off there by saying that the stimulus bill or stimulus package is an economic stimulus bill or an economic stimulus package, right? And what it is it is a point where the economy is starting to dip or has already dipped, and the government wants to get the economy back up and running. And essentially they know that they have to do something to incentivize the economy and incentivize commerce and the consumer market. So what do they do, right? So back, years and years ago when we had the auto bailout and things like that, they did the cash for clunkers, they did all those programs. What those programs were for was to keep those businesses running and operating and keep their employees running and operating, to get all that done, as well as to create a customer base that would keep, money churning through the economy. And that's all that they were for. So now let's fast forward back here to the CARES Act. This one was essentially, hey, we need to really supercharge spending. We need to supercharge this economy and get things back up and running. So the way that it was basically decided to put this economic stimulus package together was, if we give individuals and families and couples money, that would in turn, they would take the money, they would cash the check, and they would run to Amazon, they would run to Home Depot, they would run to Lowe's, they would go buy groceries with it, go here, go there. And honestly, that's the way that it was, designed. I don't know that it really happened that way. And unfortunately, I think that works against us now, looking at, okay, the CARES Act is in our rear view mirror, but through that windshield, we see the HEROES Act coming out, right? And we're very optimistic about the HEROES Act, but CARES Act really didn't do what I think everybody thought that it was going to do, which was give people money so that way they could go out, pay their bills, do what they had to do, and stimulate this economy. So why do I think that it didn't work out really as intended, right? So I really feel like it didn't work as intended because, let's be honest, consumer debt in this country is at such a high level that what happened was most people took the money and were either, and rightly so, because I was the same way, were either so scared about what was going to happen and what was around the corner that they either saved it or held on to that money, or if it got spent on a bill to basically pay off something that was already previously spent, right? So it paid back debt. So What did that do for the economy? Not really much of anything. And it did stimulate some things. It did give us hope when the stock market started going up, because all these companies are like, hey, everybody's gonna be spending money and this, I'm gonna see a piece of this. And I don't think it necessarily translated that way, because our consumer debt as a country is so high. And you know what? Let's be honest, at some point, it's true. At some point, we just had to pay the bills, like literally just keep the lights on. And I think that's pretty important and a very important distinction here. Economic stimulus is not me having more money or you having more money. Economic stimulus is us having more money together and us buying things, us keeping other people employed, us going out to dinner, going to the grocery store and stuff like that. Us going to the grocery store keeps the cashiers and the folks that stock the shelves and work the meat market or meat counter, the fish counter. It keeps them all employed, and it keeps this economic engine running. So that, I think, was a little bit light on what happened here. So finally, what do I think about a grade? I'd say this thing got a solid B. And the reason I say B is obviously because my name starts, no. But the reason that I give them a B is, as far as Congress and Capitol Hill and the president are concerned, I think they needed to do something, and I think they did a great job of it. Could they have done something better? Yes, but hindsight is 50-50. You always know, or 20-20, whatever the saying is. You always know better afterwards. And honestly, we were all under, what the heck is going on? What the heck is going to happen? And I think they did the best with what they could. They were able to navigate the partisanship and the party lines as not easily, but as best as I think they could. They were able to get Capitol Hill and the White House all on board. And you know what? At the end of the day, a lot of us got money. Not everybody, and I understand that not everybody did, but a lot of us got money, and it did take a little bit of the sting off. Do I think that they could have done better? Absolutely. I think there could have been a little bit more unemployment help, but also I think there could have been a little bit more jobs help as well. But let's be honest, if all those things were added, I don't know how much longer it would have taken them to negotiate and pass that bill. Without that bill, wouldn't have gotten any checks. That's the way that it works. So that's why I would give it a B. I do have some criticisms, but really overall, it's a lot of positives here. Hope you guys are doing well on your journeys to financial freedom. And hey, if you're not, I hope you guys are just able to, to get a little bit better at budgeting and putting your financial future together. So with that, guys, appreciate you sticking around, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.